because I saw live happen that night, and that's the first time I saw that happen ever in my life. And did I partake? No, but I got drunk there. And, you know, it's just crazy.
Jeff Wittek just dropped some disturbing footage from Diddy's wild freak-off parties, and it's got everyone talking. The kind of stuff you don't see on camera is now out in the open. Buckle up, because this tea is piping hot and you won't believe what's been exposed. First off, who is Jeff Wittek anyway? So Jeff is an American YouTuber, barber, and podcaster who has made a name for himself in the social media scene with his engaging content and connections. He was born in 1989 and grew up in Staten Island, New York. Jeff first gained attention by appearing on season 5 of Bad Girls Club, where he was known as the crush of contestant Erica. He launched his YouTube channel in 2011 and became popular for his hairstyling skills, showcasing his work with celebrities like Mac Miller through his Tumblr account, Behind the Cuts. Wittek joined the Blog Squad, a collective of popular YouTubers led by David Dobrik, which greatly increased his visibility in the digital space. In 2019, he started Jeff's Barbershop, an online talk show where he interviews guests while giving them haircuts, attracting a significant following. In June 2020, he was seriously injured while filming a stunt involving an excavator with David Dobrik, suffering a fractured skull and other trauma. He later released a docuseries called Don't Try This at Home in 2021, which covered the accident and its aftermath. Wittek has also been embroiled in legal disputes with Dobrik over the incident, alleging negligence on his part. On the podcast front, he hosts Jeff FM, where he talks about various topics and interviews guests from diverse backgrounds. With his mix of humor, personal stories, and ties to other social media influencers, Jeff Wittek has established himself as a notable figure in the world of digital entertainment. But Jeff has gained some extra attention in the last few weeks, and it's all because of his connection to Diddy. Little people knew before he came out, but Jeff was taking part in some of the crazy Diddy parties that may come back to bite Diddy, given that he's facing some serious legal backlash. As we've hinted, Jeff Wittek has recently opened up about his experience attending one of Diddy's infamous parties, which have now become central to a federal trafficking case against Diddy. Jeff, who was 20 years old at the time, described being at a party held in Miami mansion where he witnessed explicit sexual activities taking place. The party, which he referred to as a lingerie party, took place around 2010, and he was invited through an acquaintance who had worked with Diddy on a music video. Expecting a regular gathering, Jeff arrived dressed casually, while others at the event, including his friends, were in much more revealing attire. He was caught off guard by the scene and the unexpected behavior of the partygoers.
So you're saying your time at these like freak-offs and these Diddy parties were some of the coolest moments of your life? Is that, say it in one complete sentence if possible.
Wittek's account adds to the allegations surrounding the so-called freak-off Diddy parties, which are now part of a larger investigation into Diddy. These events are alleged to have involved coercion, where women were pressured into performing acts and were reportedly transported across state lines and internationally for these gatherings. Controlled substances were allegedly distributed to keep attendees compliant, and victims would often need an IV fluid afterwards due to the extreme conditions. Diddy has denied all charges and pleaded not guilty when arrested in New York on September 16th on counts of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. His legal team has urged the public to reserve judgment until the full details are revealed in court. Federal agents from Homeland Security Investigations conducted searches at Diddy's properties in Los Angeles and Miami on March 25th as part of an ongoing investigation. According to multiple law enforcement sources, the search warrant originated from the Southern District of New York. HSI confirmed that their actions were part of this investigation, carried out with the assistance of their teams in Los Angeles and Miami, along with local law enforcement. At the time of the searches, it was reported that Diddy was in the Miami area. This investigation comes after he faced several misconduct allegations in lawsuits filed since November, all of which he has denied. In a December statement, Diddy addressed these accusations, stating that they were false and driven by individuals seeking financial gain. He emphasized his commitment to defending his name, his family, and his truth. Following the searches, Diddy's attorney, Aaron Dyer, criticized the use of excessive force during the operation, describing it as an unnecessary show of military-level tactics. Dyer expressed concern about how Diddy's children and employees were treated during the searches. He clarified that Diddy was not detained and had fully cooperated with the authorities. The lawyer also dispelled any rumors about arrests or travel restrictions on Diddy or his family, adding to the coordinated media presence and the intense law enforcement response were premature and unfair. He characterized the situation as a witch hunt, fueled by baseless accusations stemming from civil lawsuits. Diddy's attorney, Aaron Dyer, reiterated Diddy's commitment to defending himself against the accusations, emphasizing that there has been no determination of criminal or civil liability. He made it clear that Diddy maintains his innocence and will continue working daily to clear his name. Details about the raid on Diddy's properties have surfaced, and according to multiple law enforcement sources, agents from the Department of Homeland Security seized phones from Diddy's Miami home just before he was scheduled to travel to the Bahamas. Additionally, it was reported that guns were found during the search. Prosecutors and investigators from the Southern District of New York interviewed 3 women and 1 man regarding allegations tied to Diddy, including trafficking, SA, drug-related offenses, and firearms violations. On the same day as the raids, one of Diddy's associates, Brendan Paul, was arrested in Miami on suspicion of drug possession. The arrest affidavit stated that Paul was taken into custody for allegedly possessing cocaine and marijuana candy. He was released on bond the following day. In May, Paul accepted a plea deal and entered a diversion program, which will lead to the dismissal of the case once completed. On September 16, 2024, Diddy was arrested in New York, though the charges remained unclear at the time. His attorney, Mark Agnifilo, expressed disappointment with the U.S. Attorney's decision to pursue what he called an unjust prosecution. Agnifilo defended Diddy's cooperation with the investigation, noted that he voluntarily relocated to New York in anticipation of the charges. The lawyer urged the public to withhold judgment until all the facts were revealed, asserting that Diddy had nothing to hide.
No, it's not planned. Certainly, it's not planned by us. I mean, he came here to surrender at a time agreeable to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and then they arrested him last night. I spent the evening with him. I was with him until about 1 o'clock. His spirits are good. He's confident. He is dealing with this head on, the way he's dealt with every challenge in his life, and he's not guilty. He's innocent of these charges. We know what the charges are going to be without seeing the indictment. It's going to be racketeering. It's going to be trafficking. It's going to be things along those lines. This is what we've been expecting since the search is in March. He, to his great credit, he voluntarily came to New York. Not a lot of defendants do that. He came to New York to basically engage the court system and start the case.
And the attorney didn't lie. The following day, the indictment was unsealed, revealing that Diddy faced charges of racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, and transportation to engage in prostitution. According to the indictment, Diddy allegedly used threats, coercion, and abuse to exploit women and others for more than a decade, beginning around 2008. Prosecutors claim that Diddy's business empire functioned as a criminal enterprise, engaging in crimes like trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, and obstruction of justice. Diddy has pleaded not guilty to the charges and was denied bail. His lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, affirmed that Diddy is fully committed to fighting the charges with the full backing of his legal team. If you're wondering where Diddy is right now, well, he's locked up. Currently, Diddy is locked up at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York City. His legal team has tried to get him out on bail, even offering a hefty $50 million bail package, but he's been denied bail twice. He's facing some serious federal charges, including racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. The U.S. Attorney's Office has made it clear that their investigation into him is still ongoing. If he gets convicted on the trafficking charges, he could be looking at a minimum of 15 years in prison, and there's a chance he could face life behind bars. Recently, on September 24th, 2024, an 11th accuser filed a lawsuit claiming that she was drugged, assaulted, and restrained by Diddy and his former bodyguard back in 2001. The case has stirred up public interest again, bringing back discussions about past controversies surrounding Diddy, including conspiracy theories related to the deaths of Tupac and Biggie. While these are serious allegations and charges, it's essential to remember that Diddy maintains his innocence. In the U.S. legal system, he is presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. As the story unfolds for Diddy and Jeff Wittek, it's clear that both have found themselves at the center of significant controversies. Diddy faces serious federal charges and civil lawsuits, all while maintaining his innocence and vowing to fight for his name. The complexities of their situations shed light on the challenges faced in the public eye, raising questions about accountability, truth, and the nature of fame. What do you think about Diddy's current legal troubles? And how do you feel about Jeff's journey in the entertainment world? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to check out our next video for more insights and updates on the latest happenings in the world of entertainment.